Hey, how you doing, guys? I kind of wanted to tell you why I decided to switch to an Android phone. But first, let me talk about my previous phone, which was the iPhone 5S, which I probably had for about 6 years now. It came out roughly 2011, I think. It's been a great phone. I hadn't had really that much issue with it, but there were some problems with it. Now, keep in mind, it may not be the phone itself, could be my carrier, which was at actually Straight Talk, which is kind of like a track phone Walmart brand, but I've been having good um, any complaints with it. Or it could be the iOS settings, because recently I updated the iOS as well, and or the phone itself. And cell phones don't last forever. I keep them as long as I can till they have issues, and then I consider a new one, which I did. So some of the problems I had is text messaging, unless I have Wi-Fi and or cellular data for things like internet access and all that. Text messaging doesn't go through. Now I believe text messaging goes to the voice, the same communication as voice. And normally I turn all that extra stuff off to save on battery life, but it's not just that. Sending pictures and multimedia files, having an issue with that. I think it's MIMO, I think, or something like that. And I believe that was maybe a carrier problem more so than some of the others. But that, and recently, the last couple of weeks, I can't even send out call out. Had big issues with that. I'd actually have to do it 3 or 4 times, and the call would finally go through. And so I decided to look at getting other phones, but there are things with this I do like, even with the Apple ecosystem for the iPhones. Is Apple has the longest software updates for the longer period of time than considering most Android phones, and considering this is a 6 or 7 year old phone or whatever it is. And I recently updated the newest iOS, is kind of amazing. And another feature, like a couple of times my phone, because I had the speaker off, it was ringing, and my Mac Pro was picking it up, showing I could actually pick it up on my desktop, but I didn't have any speaker connected at the time, microphone. Very cool feature, something I don't normally use, so that wasn't a big issue, but it worked, and it was kind of a cool thing for it to work. So I decided on getting an Android phone for a couple of reasons, and it's not because I didn't like the iPhone anymore or iOS or anything else. It was primarily because of the specific phone model, which is the LG V30. It does have Android on it, but I'm kind of excited with the change for something. I'm just looking for something different as well. Now, I've been primarily looking at this specific model. In fact, I don't think I even want the LG V40. But for one thing, this phone model is about a year old or a little bit more. So I was able to get the price about half price, about $399. And this is unlocked, brand new phone. And I think I can switch over my Straight Talk because it uses a nano SIM as well. It should, and I believe my cellular provider should work with it. I did some research, and the primary reason I got it wasn't necessarily Android, but I am excited going back to Android to try it out. Is the phone specs? This phone is kind of built around multimedia, pictures, video, and things like that. Even the sound output's really great, analog wise, going into headphones. Now, give you an example. It uses something called Cinelog, which is kind of like C-Log, V-Log, which gives you great if you want to shoot video and do some post-production color grading and stuff. This is great for that. You can record up to 4K. It does 1080p as well. Image stabilization. The camera lens is real glass. It's not plastic. It has a aperture of f 1.6, so it should technically get pretty good in low light, even though there has been reported issues of video noise, but that's probably due to sensor size or something like that. The pictures on this, well, also it's got a wide angle as well as regular, and I like the idea of having wide angle to be able to capture something wider, I guess you could say. Another thing that I'm gonna like about this cell phone is, like I said, pictures. The pictures using this camera, you can take it in DNG RAW. So if you want to take it and post process it in something like Lightroom and not degrade the quality rather than using JPEG, you can do it with this phone as well. It does have micro SD slot, so I do have quite a few of the high capacity micro SD cards. The highest one I think is 32. I also got a 16 gigabyte as well, so I'm also going to be putting one of these in it as well. So I'm really excited. Also, okay, I realize there's no phone in here, but I'm using this as a demonstration hypothetical. The phone's on order and it'll be here in about 10 days, so I'll probably do like a mini unboxing, which of the phone itself and some of the features as well. And I think I made a great choice, which is the Unicorn Beetle. I think it's called Supcase, I believe. And let me check here, which is yeah, Supcase. So seems to be exactly what I want. It's not overly big. It's got a slim profile still, but it's I do like actually having a little bit bigger phone case. It makes it easier to hold. From what I understand, the LG V30 does use Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the back, but it tends to make it a little bit slippery. So phone case with kind of a rubberized grip on the outside is great. So we're going to be taking a look at the case before the phone arrives as well. So those are some of the reasons why I'm switching from an iPhone to this Android phone. And like I said, it's not necessarily just the Android. It's primarily that specific model and hardware that comes with it. Because I am a videographer, create content for this channel as well. So this would be a great addition. And it does have updated specs, larger screen, and all that as well. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.